Good afternoon. Welcome to Coffee and a Card. Happy Tuesday. I am Holly with Handcrafted Blessings. Always excited to be with you on Facebook Live. So we're going to show some happy mail and we're going to make a card. And I've got the August Christmas card kits to talk about. So we're just going to have some fun here this afternoon. Just get my iPad set up here so I can say hi to you guys when you come in. So welcome to everybody who's coming in here. It's Tuesday and it's a bright and sunny day here in Iowa, which always makes me happy because, well, not only is it bright and sunny, it's not insanely hot like it has been for the last week or so. So that always makes it really nice. So welcome to you guys who are coming in. Hi, Patricia and Tony, Kathy, welcome. Oh, Kathy, you're getting cool rain. I would like that. We've had some rain lately, which I think is helping, but anyways, that's your Iowa weather report for today. So let's start with a couple of happy mail, and then we will move into Christmas card kits, and then a card that we're going to make here today. So our first card, so for those of you who are new around here, I show your cards when you send them to me in the mail. I will show them on Facebook Live, unless you tell me not to, which is fine. But I love to show off your creativity and what you have been making so that other people can get inspired as well. It's so fun. You don't have to just see my work all the time. We'll show you some other people's as well. So we'll start here with Barb Harmon. She is from Florida, and it says, faith is about trusting and using that Wisteria stamp set. Wisteria Wonder, I think it might be called. Kathy says, no happy mail from me today. Oh yeah, I haven't mailed it yet. That's funny. You know how many times I write cards and then it takes me like a week to mail them, or a month? It happens all the time. All right, and the inside says, even when you don't understand. So, faith is about trusting even when you don't understand. That's really pretty. I like that. And our other one comes from Mary Bellis. She is from Minnesota. And, oh, her letter fell out. So we've got Thinking of You with the Rings of Love paper. Ooh. Ooh. Hold on just a second. Sometimes when y'all send fun folds, it's hard for me to like hold them up at the same time and show them to you. There we go. It was a little stuck to itself. So, oh my gosh, isn't that cute? Let me hold it from the side. You see there? That's a fun fold right there. So I'll just open it up all the way. So you can see there a place to write your message, but she included her note on a separate piece of paper. But that is a really cool fold. So I like that. Yeah, Cookie says cute cards. Absolutely. I totally agree. All right, we're just going to set those aside for a minute. And I'm going to just go ahead and put my camera down. We're going to talk real quick about the August Christmas card kits. So every month from from July through November, I do a Christmas card kit of the month where I pick 1 or 2 bundles and design a Christmas card kit for you. And then you have the option of getting 1 or both of them, the Christmas card kits. And I just forgot to grab the other stamp set, so I grabbed that. Okay, so for the August Christmas card kits, each kit comes with the supplies for 10 cards, and then you get an 11th card that's already completed for you so that you can copy it. You can choose to add the bundle, and I don't charge you extra tax or shipping for that. Or you can complete it. You can order it from an online store or complete it with a stamp set you already own. But these are the 2 that I'll be featuring this month. And our cards, so the Sweet Candy Cane card is going to be this one right here. And this background right here is embossed with the Merry Melody stamp, Merry Melody embossing folder. There we go. So you'll get everything you need to complete these cards, as well as a pack of these iridescent pearls. And then for the Hope and Peace set, we're going to be making this card using the white glimmer, the festive foils. We've got our scallop contour dies, I believe these are called. We've got our iridescent trim, and Merry Christmas on the inside. So these are the ones that you get to pick from for August. You can get one or both. If you get both, you will get a free gift. So for the free gift this month, I'm actually giving you dimensionals because I'm going to work with you on some tricks on these cards, and you're going to go through a lot of dimensionals. So if you get both of them, I'm going to send you a pack of dimensionals so that you'll have extras to work with. The link for those will be up later today, and then you can order those for August. So those are the August Christmas card kits. Thank you, Kathy. You like those Christmas card kits? Yeah, the August ones are super cute. I have been having trouble narrowing down my Christmas card sets. So it's why I've been doing, I did 2 kits in July. I did 2 kits for August because I love Christmas cards and I can't narrow it down. So I've just been making a lot. Okay, let me see. Let me make sure I didn't. Okay, perfect. Now, let's move in to making a card. Now, I'm going to feature 2 different things here today. I'm going to be using Hello Harvest for my stamp set, using this Hello right here. Now, unfortunately, the dies, I just realized, are no longer available. But for those of you who have them, this will be a great idea. And if you don't, I've got some extras, so reach out to me. But these are the tree lot dies. So we're going to take a look at a way to make a card using the tree lot dies. Okay, so I've got a whole bunch of paper sitting here. Let's make a card. So we'll start with our card base. I'm going to grab my trimmer. This card base measures 5.5 by 8.5. And we're going to score it at 4 1/4. Your typical card base, you know. So then we've got those. You know, Kathy, I don't actually have the stamp set. I know there's a stamp set that coordinates with these dies. I don't have it. So I can't show you guys that set. But let's cut our early espresso. So this is going to be 3 7/8. The nice thing is, a lot of what I'm showing you can easily be interchanged with other sets. So we have lots of sets that make trees, you know, and so you can interchange a lot of this with other things that you already have. So 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And then our designer series paper is from He's the Man. And it's this camping paper. Let's see if I have enough here. So this is going to be 3 3/4 by 2.5. Actually, I think I'm going to cut 2.5 from this side. So 3 3/4 by 2.5. All right. And then I think that's it for cutting. So let's do some die cutting. All right, so I'm going to be using my mini machine just because it's easy to have right in front of me to do this. We have a fair amount of pieces that we're going to need to get cut. Yes, Kathy says there's so many things that can be done with He's the Man DSP. I totally agree. Now, I have heard from some people that you're thinking, well, the guys in my life, they don't like camping, or they don't like grilling, or I think cars are also in this one. Well, here's the great news. The back side of these papers are just gorgeous patterns. Like this one. I love this one. This is Early Espresso. And I don't know how well that's going to show up. But it is like a, I don't even know how to describe it. They're like hash marks. But it's like square pattern on the back. And so a lot of the back sides can be used. So even if you don't know anybody who might be into camping, just turn it over and you've got some great patterns on the back side. Yeah, Cookie says she likes the back of the papers. Yeah, there's a lot of great options on the back. All right, So we'll go ahead and stick these in here. Now I am also using a stitched rectangle, which comes from, sorry, I have to grab the dies behind me. This is the Stylish Shapes dies. So they have squares, circles, and then these banners. And you'll see some of these are being used right now, but this is where this stitched rectangle came from. I keep saying rectangle. It's not a rectangle, it's a square. So we're going to take a piece of white paper, and I'm just going to die cut my square. So that we have a nice little canvas to work with for our trees and our camper. All right, so there we've got our stitched square. So then I'm going to do a couple of campers. I need a white camper. And then I'm also going to need a crumb cake camper. So we'll get that through here. Oops. And we'll just kind of make a messy pile of all this stuff, and we'll separate it all out in a minute. Here's some crumb cake. And we'll stick this guy through here. We'll sort out all the pieces after we get all the die cutting done. All right, so here is our crumb cake camper. Those pieces. All right. Then we need our camper detailing. So we'll stick that here on our early espresso. Now this is one die, but it actually is going to cut two pieces, as you're about to see, to give some detailing to your camper. So you don't have to have just a solid color camper, although you absolutely could. It looks cute that way. But this die gives you a top and bottom for your camper. So to have some extra detailing. Like my mom and dad had a camper that looked exactly like this, and it was red and white. So this gives you some of that detailing. We'll attach those in a bit. Okay, last but not least, we need some trees. So let me set this right here for a second. All of these trees, we have a solid tree, and then we have a detailed piece that goes on top. Now for these detailed pieces, I don't want to have to sponge glue or deal with any of that kind of stuff. So we're going to turn our soft succulent paper here into a sticker. And we do that by using our adhesive sheets. So I'm going to take our adhesive sheets, and I'm just going to kind of eyeball this here. I use just a pair of old scissors because when you're working with adhesive sheets, your scissors can get a little gummed up. And so I don't use my nice snips for that. I just use an old pair of scissors. And I know there's ways to clean off your scissors, but this way I don't have to. I just keep a pair for gummed up purposes. Oop, other side. All right. So this actually just came off this way. So this panel has the stickiness on it. We're gonna stick it right on here. I don't need to be super exact with this because we're going to be cutting this out. And so it just needs to lay on this soft succulent paper here so that we can stick our trees on there. There's another one. And we'll just take this third one. I don't want to stick that to my desk. So we're just going to trim this right here. We're just going to take off that extra adhesive sheet. There we go. All right. Whoops, that's a die cut. Now, I'm just going to rub my fingers together because I did get a little bit of adhesive sheet on my fingers. So I don't want to transfer that anywhere unexpected. Okay, so we have basically turned our cardstock into a sticker. So now what I can do, I can bring it over here. And I think I'm gonna have to cut this down a little bit. Yep, let's cut it right about here. Because I'm using the mini machine, I have to cut my cardstock down. If you're using the large one, that won't even be an issue for you. But now what I can do is I can put all of my trees on here. I should be able to fit all 6 of them. There we go. So we've got everything in there. And where's, oh, you know what? That's my top plate. We'll just transfer this. So we'll stick our plate on top of here. Now I know some of you really enjoy working with glue, and that's awesome. So you wouldn't have to create these, you wouldn't have to use your adhesive sheets. You could definitely sponge glue on these. The other thing I would say is obviously the outlines of the trees don't need to have the adhesive sheet on the back. But for the sake of time in this video, it's just easier for me to die cut all the trees at the same time. I could have done these solid ones, as you'll see here. This could have just been on a regular piece of cardstock. It didn't need to have the adhesive on the back. But for the sake of time in the video, it just made sense for me to cut everything together. All right, let me put this through here so I don't lose my plates. And now we can sort out all of our die cuts. So we've got a camper. We don't need this white one. We actually I just wanted the 2 window pieces from this one. So I'll save the white one and use that for a future project. So I need the brown, the crumb cake camper, my white windows. I'll put the crumb cake windows aside. I can use those on another project. And my 2 camper detail pieces. So we'll take those and we will add some tape here. And we will just decorate our camper. So we'll stick here. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to add those white in here to be, so it's going to look kind of like the camper is lit up at night, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little scrap from this paper. We're just going to cut a little strip here. And this is going to help me to be able to hold my windows in place because I'm not taping this camper flat to my card. So we're just going to stick a strip of white across here. And what that does is it enables me to be able to attach my window pieces and have something behind it to attach to. So we'll stick that in there, and then we'll take the circle window and add a glue dot. And there we go. We've got our windows set up. Okay, so this one, like I said, we're going to be dimensionalizing this, and that's why I needed something to be able to hold those windows in place. So we'll stick some dimensionals on here so that as we're putting our card together, we'll be all set for adhering this one. All right, so there's our camper. Now we've got all of these trees. So we'll move, here we go. Take all these dies out of the way. So I've got 3 different sizes of trees. And then I've got my outlines, which just add some really nice detail to your trees. So what I like to do, once I pop out this, I just take my finger back here and I can get all of those little nuggets out of the tree because they're just going to stick to my finger. All right, one more. It's stuck to the wrong place. There we go. So now I can set this over my tree. And if I hold that up here, you see how it adds some beautiful detailing to the tree. So we'll take the next one. Let's see. We're just peeling these off of the sticker sheet. Ooh, that one left a lot of the little pieces in the sheet. That's always helpful. You can poke them out with a pokey tool, but honestly, they're going to stick to your fingers so easily. So I just let them. I can clean off my fingers real easy when we're done with this. So there we go. Number 2 is done. And I'll get some of these little pieces off my fingers. There we go. So, oops, one more. So then last but not least, I will take this large tree. Oh, look at that. All of the little ones stayed on the sticker sheet. That's always nice when that happens. I keep calling it a sticker sheet, the adhesive sheets. So there we have our 3 detailed trees. Now let me get a couple of green things taken off of me, or I'm going to find these all over my house, kind of like dimensional backings. Okay, now, because I happen to cut them out on the adhesive sheet, I'm not going to have to use tape for these, so I'm just going to be peeling off these backings. So let's start assembling our card. We're going to take our basic white insert, which is 3 3/4 by 5, and I'm going to be taking the smallest tree. And now I can just peel off these backings. If you cut it out of regular adhesive, or I'm sorry, regular cardstock without the adhesive sheet, obviously you'll just be using your tape or glue. If you're a glue person, you can glue that down. So we're gonna go ahead and just stick that inside. So there we go. So we'll turn over to the front of our card. And we're going to take our Early Espresso and our Designer Series paper, and I'm going to attach those together. I only have an 1/8 of an inch border that I'm working with, so that's what I'm looking for here on my 3 sides up here. And then I have got some of the Baker's Twine Essential Pack here, and I'm going to grab the one that is crumb cake. Uh-oh. Hopefully I have enough left on this spool. And I'm going to wind it around twice. Oh boy, that is all that I have left. Let's see if we can make this work. So I don't have to start another spool. Okay, first things first, I'm just going to tie a knot. Ultimately, I'm going to be tying a bow here, but let's just tie a knot so that I don't have to keep trying to hold it tight. Okay? So, let's see if I can get this through here. All right, so there we go. So we've tied a knot. Now that just makes my life a whole lot easier. So now I can come back in and I can tie my bow without having to worry about constantly keeping that piece snug against the card. So I'll adjust it to the size I want it to be, and we'll trim it with our paper snips. All right, so there we go. All right. Hi, you guys. Welcome to everybody who's coming in. Oh, from West Virginia, Vermont, Colorado. This is exciting. We got people from all over today. I love it. All right, so I'm just going to adjust my Baker's Twine here a little bit, and then we're going to attach this to our card front. So we'll take this, and we got that right there. Okay, I guess we can throw away that spool. All right, I'm going to set aside our card for a minute, and we're going to grab our stitched square. Those are the words I'm looking for. But I need to do some stamping before we start putting trees and whatnot on there. Carol, you can still get this paper. It is available. Okay, I am going to stick this up here in the corner. And it has a really cool font. So let me hold this up for you guys. I think you can see that. It's a really cool font. It's like multiple lines and detailing to it. It's really cool. So again, that is from the Hello Harvest stamp set. That's where I got that from. Okay. So we're going to take our medium-sized tree. And I'm just going to peel off our sticky back. And I'm going to stick that right here. And then on my large tree, I'll do the same thing. And we're going to stick that one up here. And then we'll take our camper. Since we've already put all these pieces together, now it's just kind of some assembly required. So we'll stick that. There we go. Okay. One more set of dimensionals here. So we'll stick this here. All right. And we will put this here on our cards. I'm going to get my baker's twine out of the way. We're just going to set that right there. There we go. So here we have our card. And oh, yay, it does open the right way. All of a sudden, I felt a little panicked. I was like, did I put that together wrong? But no, it opens correctly. So see, we got a tree on the inside, and we have it on the outside. So an all occasion card here that we can use our tree lot dies for. So there we go. We have got our card for today. So I'm really glad that you guys tuned in here today for Coffee and a Card. I hope you enjoyed this project. And again, unfortunately, I waited too long to show you and these dies have already sold out. But you can always interchange stuff that I show you. So take out the camper, add in your own trees, put in flowers, use the hippos. Like there are so many ways that you could mix it up with this card and use some other products as well. So, yeah, sorry, I'm trying to make sure I answered y'all's questions. I think I did. So once again, I do have the Christmas cards. Let me make sure they're right set up. The August Christmas card kits of the month. Those will get posted on my website later today so that you'll be able to order those as well. And thank you guys. I'm glad you guys enjoyed this card project. Thanks for tuning in to Coffee and a Card today. And don't forget to encourage one another and build each other up. I'll see you soon.